Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today we're going to be doing our cotton cuts to 3 of 10. That's what you get if you've joined. And if you've been following along, that square right there that we're going to make, well, it's bigger here, so let me flip it around for you. Right there. We did that already. And if you haven't seen it, then I'm not going to tell you where we did it. The block of the month is bow tie. There you go. Now, if you complete coloring this sheet and then use the hashtag CC Color Challenge for a chance to win a Chroma Petite Pop. And the entries are due the 15th of each month, every time you get one of these on the Cotton Cuts Facebook, I believe. Alrighty, let's take a look at our colors and we'll get started. So I am Team Cranium for Are You Game, the Fall 2002. These are my colors, and these are the colors we get. This is going to be a really easy and fast squares, and I think there's 2. Let me double check. Yep, we make 2 squares when we're totally finished, so let's get started. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to chain stitch these because we're going to join our C's with our E's and our D's with our F's, and they're going to make 8 each. So we'll do that first, and then when we're finished, we're going to make 4 with the CE next to the DF. Because, you know, there's only 8 of this, so by the time you put 4 on the left and 4 on the right, that'll be it. And then we'll take the other 4 and we'll do something else. But let's begin. So for these right here, I am pinning one towards the bottom because it always has a tendency to move on me because this fabric is so soft. Now, if yours got crumbled up a little bit and you need to iron it, go ahead and iron it. But you want to be really, really careful because this end that we're sewing on is the bias. So this has the most give and stretch in the entire quilt. And you don't want that to happen. So I'm starting here off the edge. And I'm just going to go real slow. That's a 1/4 inch. And see, my machine took it down there. And because of that, I have to do something different as soon as I get this knot out of there. Now, because I've got it all crumbled up, okay, I have this all crumbled up right here. So now I have to take this knot out. Bring my light over here so I can see a little bit. And take this out right here very gently so it doesn't tear up your fabric. And boy, that's like in a big old knot here. Alright, I'm going to have to cut some of that. So here's my mess. And I'm going to go over here and I am going to press this to get that to lay flat again. Put my hot iron to it. And this is what we're going to do to avoid that. Instead of starting at the edge down there, I'm coming up on it, off the corner, and then I'm going to start sewing right here. And then when I come down to the end, I'm going to wait. Let's see if we can try the next one. And if you need it a little bit stiffer, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to starch that very beginning piece. Now I'm going to see if I can try to use that as a leader ender, if that will help me. And it looks like it did. And you don't want to pull on it. You want to let it feed, because if you pull, you'll stretch it. And then you'll have wavy. So I haven't quite gotten down there. I've got like about 1 to 2 more stitches before I'm off that fabric. And then I'm going to bring this one right up against it. Now I will unclip all these. And then this one here that I started down here, I'm going to take it, flip it upside down, and then I'm going to go right into the spot that I sewed before. It's got about probably a 1/2 inch, and then just come straight off of here, and that's it. Now you should have the 8 done, and I've split them into 4s because when I sew these other ones, we're going to put them on each side. I'm going to do CD and CE and CE like that. Now we're going to begin all the rectangles. I'm not going to do any pinning on these. I don't need a leader ender. Don't have to worry about it. It didn't go under. Okay, now we're going to cut this apart. Done. I went ahead and I split out and put 4 there. So we're going to sew this row together. I laid out my squares. I put 2 here and 2 here, and we're going to sew these together. Now what I've done is I went ahead, and this is the way it goes, and I flipped it upside down because then this is coming downward right here, and also this is coming downward. And I don't want any of that stuff to flip up on me. So each one of these has 1 pin in it. And we're going to chain stitch these on this side. Now attach all the rest to the other side before I do any iron. Go ahead, I've flipped it over. So these 2 go towards the pink. And we're going to sew that. Let's go ahead, and I've pinned both sides of both strips, and we're just going to piece them. We're not piecing them. What are we doing to them? Chain stitching them. That's what we're doing. We've already pieced them. All right, and I put my pin everywhere I did not want my fabric to flip over. That had a seam, and it was folded over towards the sewing stitch. I'll go ahead and cut this off. Alright, cut them apart and let's iron them open, and they should be completed now. Here's the finished product that you guys should have. It looks really, really nice. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, comment, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.